Hi everyone, this is Hippy Dippy and welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing an anime. It's in the title description down below. I forgot what it's called. I do apologize. So we have three side characters and one main character. I must start with the three side characters first because it will explain itself when I explain the main character. Now the first side character is a girl with wind magic. She is very powerful and she knows how to control the wind. However, she doesn't know how to control to hit her target with pure accuracy. That's the main gist of her. She tries to do everything the way she wants to do it. She's very powerful, but she can't control how to hit a pinpoint, actually. If you give her a map, she doesn't know how to pinpoint it. However, she is one of the main characters, and she is the first character that he gets introduced. Um, Now her personality is all over the place because in the beginning she's very iffy. She thinks that the main character is a weirdo and a stupid idiot, and she doesn't want to be friends with him until she gets recruited to the Blue Moon Guild. But then the main character blackmailed her because he knows that if that yeah, I'll explain that when we do the main character. But she is pretty much blackmailed, and the main character blackmails her to join the party. So that's the main gist of it. Our second main character is a good boy with blue hair. He uses a fencer sword, so to speak. Like it's a thin sword. It's light as a feather, but cut through steel. It's it's like harder than steel. The sword is made from, and he slices and dices everything, and it's really fucking awesome at how he does it. He's very fucking powerful, and he knows what the fuck he's doing. Okay, okay. And the thing I like about him is his personality, because once the main character befriends him, he becomes obsessed with him. Case in point, he always wants to be next to him. He always wants to be around him. He always wants to do this, that. It's fucking hilarious. He's like my favorite character out of the four characters. Now, our fourth character is the captain of the Blue Moon until the very end, where she decides to leave him because their fucking headmaster is a fucking fat fucking bastard. I don't like the guy, and he's a fucking noble, and nobles are the Blue Moon, and they think, but anyway, she has the skill of a master ice wielding user. She knows how to use ice magic. She's very good with ice magic. And our main protagonist decides to train her with I can't fucking think. He trains her with creative magic, just like Gray from Fairy Tail does. Creative ice magic. That's what she's doing, and I think it's really interesting. Now, when it comes to those three characters, the main character in the beginning of the anime knows what's gonna happen to all three characters. They're all gonna die. Pretty much so. The girl who has wind magic, she dies. The boy who has the fencer sword, the blue hair, he dies, and the girl who has the ice magic, she dies. However, when it comes to the girl with the ice magic, advanced ice magic, she knows, she is emotionless when she decides to fight stuff, and that's the main problem with her. Like, she has no emotions. So the main character knows what's gonna happen, but he gets blasted from the past. Don't know why that happened, but he knows what's gonna happen of every single event, and he has everything in his brain because he's already lived it. It's like a time capsule. It's like a time capsule, so to speak, where the main character gets blown from the past, but he already knows what's going to happen in the future. That's what the main character knows, and he can also analyze and break any type of magic that he analyzes it, which I think is fucking dope. He can't analyze everything unless it's like creative magic, because he fought the girl with the ice magic and she made an ice castle. He cannot analyze it and break it because it's creative magic. So he can't analyze creative magic since it's magic that it's been created. So that's the main thing about the four main characters. So instead of everyone dying, he's trying to train them up to make sure that they survive because they all three die. As for the girl with the sword, ice sword, she dies with the main character in the beginning of the episode because she was still alive at the very end. She's the main reason why she died. Now the only reason why they all die is because they were taking on a dragon. They defeat the dragon, but then the dragon decides to destroy his heart and blow up all of our fucking friends until he gets blasted from the past, and then he decides to rewrite history because that's what it is. So it's like a fantasy type zone. There will be a second season, I guarantee you that. But I think this anime is really funny, to be honest with you. I love how the characters reenact towards each other, especially the boy who has the blue hair. He is so obsessed with our main character because it's so fucking funny. Now, as for the character with that has the wind magic, she's very skeptical. She is very, how do I say it? She is very skeptical. She does not like our main character in the beginning part, and she decides to do all this crazy shit. And she's also very good. However, once she passes once a certain point in the anime, she decides to be obsessed with him as well, which I think is pretty fucking hilarious. But I don't need two of them. I know one's a boy and one's a girl, but seriously, she just wants recognition, and the main character does not want any recognition. He'd rather have more freaking. He'd rather pay attention more to the boy who's blue hair and he's fast as hell. Because they all have their pros. She's really good with wind magic. The boy is very speedy. He's like the Flash, just faster. With a fucking sword. And the girl with the ice magic, she is very advanced on how she uses her ice magic. She can create an ice sword, which is freaking dope as shit. So yeah, and our main protagonist is OP as fuck at this point. But anyway, what are my thoughts on it? Well, here's the thing. The main plot, it's consistent. So I love how it's consistent. However, there is a due date because everything that at the end of the anime, they have 13 days before they all fucking get brutally fucking murdered by a bunch of fucking monsters. So they have to kill everything before everyone fucking dies. So that's pretty much about it. Now, when it comes to the soundtrack, I have to commend the soundtrack because there are some moments in the anime where it's not suspenseful and there's a very good guitar in the soundtrack. Also, the main theme song is kind of catchy, so to speak, because I did quite myself beat my head to it, and I think it's really catchy. But to be honest with you, I might give this one a 6 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of fantasy. Well, then again, I have been watching a lot of fantasy. However, actually, no, I'm going to bump it up to a 7 because even though it was fantasy, it had no fucking slime episode. Thank fucking God! Because I've been watching that all with fucking fantasy and isekai anime. Fucking, even though this is not technically an isekai anime, it's because it's not. But I've seen my fair share of fantasy anime where the main character has a slime episode for no fucking reason. Thank God this anime does not have that. Now, it might have it in the near future. I hope and pray to God that's not the truth. But I'm going to give this anime a 7. Pretty solid, pretty good. What are you guys' thoughts on this? It should get a second season. I mean, I've researched it, and I'm probably going to watch that too. It will get bumped up? I don't think so, because I think I've seen much better animes than my opinion. But to be honest with you, it gets a solid 7. It will stay a 7 for the rest of the time, even if it has more episodes. But I will never bump down an anime or move it up unless the ending or the second season's really good. Which most of the time it's usually not, because it's like ridiculous. But what are you guys' thoughts on this anime? I'm gonna give it a 7 because there's no fucking slime episodes. It gets a single point for not having slimes. Thank fucking God! But anyway, What are you guys' thoughts on this anime? I think the main characters bounce off each other really well. The soundtrack's pretty boppy, the theme song's catchy, and the characters, you can tell the growth of the characters. That, well, pretty much the girl who uses ice magic, and the main character, her perspective changes a lot because he's altering the timeline, so to speak. So it's multiverse theory all over again. Thank you, Princess Trunks. Sorry, I had to say that. I hope you guys have a nice positive day, and always stay positive. I went to Anime Boston and got a cool new shirt, if you guys must know, and this is the shirt I got. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care, and always stay positive. Eating for the win, bitches!